The anticipation is palpable as Caleb Williams, the prodigious quarterback from USC, prepares to take the field for the Chicago Bears in the upcoming season. With whispers of doubt swirling around him, can he rise above the skepticism that has marked his meteoric ascent? Fans, let us know where you're watching from and share your thoughts on Caleb's journey so far. This season, concerns about Williams have been prevalent, but they might just be a product of his newfound fame. After leading 7 fourth-quarter comebacks in 2025 and gracing the cover of Madden, some critics are speculating that the spotlight could shine too bright. However, Williams recently addressed this notion during an interview on the Pardon My Take podcast, and he has made it clear that doubt is the fuel that drives his performance. There's no denying that Williams has faced criticism from both analysts and broadcasters, even after achieving feats many quarterbacks would struggle to replicate in 5 years. He shared candidly that he keeps a mental record of the disparaging comments he hears during games, particularly those directed at opposing quarterbacks. "I don't need hard drugs. Watching Caleb Williams' highlights from 2025 gives me all the adrenaline rush I need," he quipped, showcasing his confidence. "I'm not going to say any names on the air, but there are times I go back and listen, and it's like I just watched their opposing QB drive. Well, I don't even have to go back to watch it." This mentality could be a game changer for Williams as he prepares to lead the Bears. Last year, a notable moment came when Troy Aikman criticized Williams for missing a production meeting before Monday Night Football and labeled the Bears' offense as lucky, while praising Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Ironically, the Bears rallied to win that game, leaving Aikman at a loss for words. Such moments only add to the narrative that fuels Williams' determination to prove the doubters wrong. Despite landing on the Madden cover, Williams has to contend with a wave of skepticism regarding the Bears' prospects for 2026. Pro Football Focus recently highlighted them as a team likely to regress, and NFL.com echoed this sentiment, ranking them third among division winners expected to take a step back. Meanwhile, ESPN's Bill Barnwell placed Chicago's skill position group as the 15th best in the league, a stark contrast to their 6th-ranked offense last year, which featured rookies Colston Loveland and Luther Burden making significant contributions. Adding to the chatter, Williams finds himself rated behind both Drake May and Trevor Lawrence, landing at an underwhelming 70th place on CBS's Top 100 player list. Then there was Olamide Zaccosa's unfortunate drop during a game, which Aikman unfairly attributed to Williams, stating, "It hits him high on his shoulder pads." Such narratives only serve to intensify the scrutiny surrounding the young quarterback. The offseason has been filled with its own challenges for Williams, including a failed attempt to trademark the Iceman moniker. Not due to competition from George Gervin, but because another company had already laid claim to that title. The irony isn't lost on anyone, especially considering the energy he brings to the field. We can only imagine the excitement if Williams were to hit Green Bay with his signature Iceman celebration. While there are certainly supporters out there, like Derek Carr, who emphasize that Williams has yet to reach his full potential, they often drown in the chorus of naysayers. The pressure is mounting, and if the Bears falter, the backlash will likely be swift. Yet, this adversity may also serve as inspiration for a younger roster eager to prove its worth. It's worth remembering that the Bears have already shown flashes of brilliance, defeating formidable opponents like the Eagles and Steelers last season. They also finished ahead of 3 teams in the NFC North before triumphing over the Packers in the playoffs. However, the challenge remains, can they deliver against the superior opposition from the NFC West? As the season approaches, the stakes have never been higher for the Bears and their new quarterback. Will Caleb Williams rise to the occasion, or will the weight of expectation prove too heavy? The answers lie just around the corner, setting the stage for what promises to be a thrilling chapter in Bears history. Big news is brewing in the Windy City, as the Chicago Bears are set to star in a heartfelt holiday film that promises to capture the essence of this storied franchise. Fans, if you're tuning in, drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from and what you think about this exciting foray into film. On Thursday, head coach Ben Johnson and tight end Colston Loveland made a splash with an announcement that has fans buzzing. The Bears will feature prominently in Hallmark Channel's 17th annual countdown to Christmas programming with a movie titled Holiday Touchdown, a Bears love story. This marks the 3rd installment in what has become a beloved series, and while the full plot details remain under wraps, it's confirmed that the film will be shot in and around Chicago, showcasing the city's iconic landmarks. In a creative twist, Johnson and Loveland shared the news in a video that had fans talking. Johnson, looking serious from the confines of his office, contrasted sharply with Loveland, who appeared to be enjoying a day on the golf course. The juxtaposition was almost comical, as Johnson opened with, "What's going on, Bears fans?" It's Coach Johnson, only for Loveland to follow up with a cheerful, "Colston Loveland here. We've got some huge news for you, and it's coming this Christmas." The excitement in their voices was palpable, but so was the reality check from some fans. Johnson noted, "My wife Jessica and I will definitely be tuning in for this one. More to share soon. Until then, bear down." However, not all reactions were positive. Many fans took to social media to share their amusement over Johnson's apparent discontent with being pulled from film study, offering a humorous take on the situation. Ben Johnson's so-pissed admin took him away from watching film to take part in this. One user quipped, while another noted, "Colston out golfing while coach is upset he has to leave film study for this video." These comments underscore the intensity of Johnson's focus on the game and the passion that drives him as a coach. It's clear that while the film may be a fun distraction, Johnson's commitment to his role remains unwavering. The reactions also included some playful jabs at Johnson's demeanor. Coach Johnson looks like he's reading a ransom note. "Someone want to check in on him?" One fan joked, while another remarked, "Ben definitely threw his phone against the wall after reading that script." These observations not only highlight fans' love for the team, but also their understanding of the pressure coaches face, especially as training camp looms ever closer. Yet, amidst this lighthearted banter, it's essential to recognize the significance of this film for the Bears and their fan base. Holiday Touchdown, A Bears Love Story, is more than just a holiday movie. It's a celebration of the culture and passion that surrounds one of the NFL's most storied franchises. It's an opportunity for fans to engage with their team in a new way, to see their beloved Bears in a narrative that intertwines football with the warmth of the holiday spirit. As we transition into the next segment, it's worth pondering how this film could impact the Bears' brand and fan engagement. Will it draw in new fans? Will it strengthen the connection between the team and its loyal supporters? The answers remain to be seen, but one thing is for sure. The Chicago Bears are not just a team, they're a community, and this holiday movie is yet another way to celebrate that bond. Let's see what's next on the agenda. As we wrap up this latest chapter in the saga of the Chicago Bears, let's dive into the journey of Montez Sweat, a player whose time in the Windy City has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. After that electrifying trade ahead of the 2023 deadline, Sweat burst onto the scene, delivering 6 sacks in just 8 games. But as we all know, the following season was marred by injuries, leaving him with a disappointing total of 5.5 sacks. The fanbase was understandably restless, with many questioning whether the hefty contract he signed was an extreme overpay. Some even speculated that 2025 might signal the end of his chapter in Chicago. But what a difference a year can make. Fast forward to 2025, and Sweat silenced his critics with a resounding comeback, posting 10 sacks and forcing 3 fumbles. This impressive performance not only showcased his resilience, but also earned him respect among his peers, landing him at 91st in the NFL Top 100 Players of 2026. It's a significant achievement, marking the second time he's made this list, having previously secured the 82nd spot after his initial season in Chicago. Now, I must admit, I was taken aback by his inclusion in the Top 100. While Sweat is undoubtedly a rock-solid starter, his recognition seemed unexpected given what we had seen from him in the past. When discussing potential Bears candidates for the list in the weeks leading up to the announcement, he wasn't on my radar. Clearly, I underestimated his impact and the perception he holds across the league. The reality is that fans were clamoring for improvements on the defensive line this offseason, primarily focusing on Dayo Odeyingbo, who many feel is being overpaid. Yet, Sweat's contributions to the defense weren't adequately acknowledged in those discussions. This oversight didn't escape the notice of Chicago's coaching staff. Head coach Ben Johnson has been vocal about Sweat's high level of play, asserting that he believed last season was the best of Sweat's career. While the entire defensive line struggled to apply consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks, it's important to note that Sweat wasn't the main issue. He wasn't even the second, third, or fourth biggest problem on that line. The significant financial commitment made to Odeyingbo raised eyebrows, especially given the lack of consistent push from the interior. Although there were no blockbuster signings in that area, there is still a glimmer of hope. If Odeyingbo can channel his effectiveness from the inside, where he thrived in Indianapolis, and if Sweat can replicate his previous performance, then perhaps the defensive line woes we've been lamenting could be attributed to past miscalculations rather than a permanent state of affairs. It's essential to recognize that the NFL Top 100 has always had a bit of a popularity contest flair to it. Just look at Justin Fields, who landed at 86th after a thrilling 2022 season that had fans buzzing, despite his passing numbers being less than stellar. It's a mixed bag, not the most prestigious accolade, but certainly one that reflects a player's standing among his peers. As we reflect on Montez Sweat's journey and the broader implications for the Bears, it's crucial to engage with the fan community. Where are you watching from? What are your thoughts on Sweat's standing in the league? Do you believe he can continue this upward trajectory? Leave your opinions in the comments below. As we close the segment, it's clear the Bears are at a pivotal moment. With the 2025 season behind us and the anticipation of what's next, let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on the Chicago Bears and join us as we navigate the highs and lows of this beloved team. Your insights are invaluable, and together, we'll cheer on our Bears as they strive for greatness.